something else that happened on that first trip to Ethiopia that's in this same category, very subtle, what we did. I never would have realized what we had done if one of the refugees hadn't said it to me. So we did some shows in the camp, and we did one show. There were thousands of people. They were up in trees and they were everywhere, like so they could see the show. And that night, and it was really a good show. It went really well. And so we're sitting in the UN compound inside the refugee camp, and we're eating. And I'm there with one of the elders from the refugee population who was sort of working for the United Nations. And he was at that show. And he said, you know, it was amazing, that show. And I thought he was referring to the magic, you know, like, whoa, great magic. He said, you know, we laugh together in our tukels, in our huts. They're called tukels. He said, we laugh with our family and friends in small groups. He said, but I've been in this camp now for 20 years, he said, for 20 years. And he said, today was the first time we laughed together as a community. He said there were a couple thousand people and from different tribes, different parts of Sudan. They were all different, but they were all laughing together. He said that was an amazing moment, you know, that we all laughed. And that's how he said it. We laughed together as a community. And the magic created a community. It was, I never would have realized that, you know, what a big thing we did, you know.
Yeah, and how something like it's an expected reaction from an audience, like a laughter or amazement or awe that you expect to get when you perform magic, right?
Yeah.
Can have that big of an impact, saying that was the first time in 20 years that we laughed together as a community.
Yeah. I mean, they were
very powerful.
And some of the people, like the Dinkas and the Arawak, are enemies back in Sudan, and they end up in the same refugee camp, you know, and there they are at a magic show, and they're all laughing together. You know, the magic sort of brought them together in spite of their tribal differences.
Yeah, it's like a unifier.